Good afternoon, children. It's Friday's assembly and it's our second one at school. This week we've been very, very busy. We've welcomed back more children. So some of our reception children joined us this week, and they've had a great time. Smiley faces when they're leaving, and then they've come back for their second day, and they've enjoyed being back at school. Of course, we've had another lot of work sent in to us this week, and obviously this week our topic is United Kingdom. I just want to mention, just as I start to show the work now, I just want to mention two children that I've got work from last week that I couldn't let pass by, and I had to share it with you all. So I want to mention Bobby in Year 2, and Bobby had a very special challenge. He had to create a superhero for Mrs. DS. And he's worked very hard at home, and he's created his Spider-Man. And there he is, and he's spelt Spider-Man down the side. So very well done for showing good listening and creating that this week, Bobby. Last week as well, Dexter from reception, he created a jetpack for his superhero. And as you can see, an awful lot of work went into that jetpack. And he loves using junk modelling, and he's got the flames coming out the back, and I'm sure he could go very, very, very fast with that jetpack on his back. And he's also shared, which I thought was really lovely, a holiday that he's had, and I believe you say it, Pensy Bay, and he shared a picture of a castle that he saw, and do some climbing there. So that was really lovely as well. So thank you there to Dexter. And then we've got Jayden from Year 2, and he's created his superhero with all his internal organs, but then he's also nurtured the caterpillars, and they've turned into beautiful butterflies. And he's let the butterflies go, let them go free this week. Beautiful colours there, Jayden, really lovely. And then we've got some writing from Jessica in Year 2. And, excuse me, she's done a fact file on two very famous people, Florence Nightingale and Mary Seacole. And she's found out where they were born, their dates of birth, why they were famous, and lots of facts about those two famous superheroes that were very caring and looked after people. So well done. Beautiful writing as well, Jessica. Very well done. And then we've got a poem from Leonie, and very difficult. She's done an acrostic poem. They're very tricky to do those poems. And she's created her poem. Beautiful fact sheet about sports and different activities. And she's also wrote a list of things that have changed, because actually a lot has changed over the last 12 weeks. And she's put down things that have changed. So you have to stand 2 meters apart, can't be hugging people or shaking their hands. At the time when she wrote this, no friends over to visit, and she's had to communicate through Skype and FaceTime. And things, lots and lots of things have changed, and she's made a list of all those changes. So very well done there, Leonie. We've got, again, creation from Honey in Year 2, and she's created some famous landmarks. I love the Big Ben and the Stone Age, and she's got there, create a picture of the Union flag. She's also done some writing there as well about the different landmarks. Fantastic cutting skills as well there, Honey. Very well done. We move on to now Aimee. It was quite hard. I spoke with Aimee this week to choose which piece of work that Aimee wanted to share, because she's done so many different pieces. And then we settled on her model of Big Ben, and then she's also added some different research about different places of worship, but also about probably maybe a lovely place she likes to visit when she visits Bournemouth, and all the different things that she can do in Bournemouth. So an awful lot of work there, Aimee. So very, very well done. Then we've got Frankie from Year 6. Excuse me. And Frankie has created a PowerPoint all about different facts. and facts, famous people, languages. So that's taken a lot of research and then a lot of ICT skills with cutting and pasting. So very well done, Frankie. And Mrs. DS did challenge me to see if I could say the longest name in the world, but I think I might stick with just calling it simply Lamfae PG. She thought I would attempt to say that, but I'm not sure I'd be able to actually, children. So we'll just stick with the simpler version. But very well done there, Frankie. Then we've got Aimee from Year 6. And it's been lovely, actually, to see some of the work that Year 6 have been working on at home. And this is one of Aimee's favourite places, Centre Parks. And she's visited Centre Parks and had great fun there previously, stayed in a log cabin and seen lots of different animals. And then I love this, where Aimee's created her family tree. I find family trees fascinating. Funny enough, I was only sharing our family tree at home with my own children the other evening. One of my cousins has researched and gone back quite far, and so it's quite long, our family tree, but lovely there, Aimee, with all the different names of all your different family members. So very well done. And then we've got a model of Big Ben from Suki in Year 1, and it's nearly as tall as Suki. Fantastic cutting and sticking skills there, Suki, so very, very well done. And then we move on to Zachary in R1, in Year 1, and Zachary has been baking, and he has been making a Barrabrith. Now, I know a lot about this cake because this was my mum. My mum was from Ireland, and she would make this fruit loaf. And as children, we thought it was a real treat. And it's actually one of my husband's favourite cakes as well, fruit loaf. So very well done, Zachary. It's lovely to see as well that when you're cooking, you're also using so many skills. You've got maths there, you've got science there, you've also actually got your English there because you've recorded all your skills there as well, and you've done your research. So very, very well done. Lots of work gone into that. And then we move on to Sienna and Joe, and they have created models of a London bus, of Big Ben, London Eye, and our telephone box. All our famous landmarks. So that's taken a lot of time and care and effort there to cut everything out, stick it all together, colour it all in. So fantastic, very well done, it's lovely. We move on to Joe in Year 3, and I just kept looking at this, Joe, and I kept finding different elements that you've added and created. So Joe has created the United Kingdom, and he's used string to mark out the boundaries. He's used little bands to then use to separate the different countries, and then he's used Lego to create famous landmarks. It's absolutely brilliant. So he's got his mountains in Wales, he's got his rainbow, he's got the Loch Ness Monster, and then he's got Big Ben as well. So very, very clever, Joe. I just kept looking at it for quite a while. Really, really great. Lovely, lovely idea. Really lovely. That must have taken you a long time as well, Joe, and a lot of patience. So very well done. And then we move on to Josh and Charlie that have been working together, and they've created lots of different flags to represent people that live here. And my family flag is there from Ireland. That's where my mum was from. Very careful colouring there, and you had to do your research to find out what colours you had to use. Very well done there. Good teamwork there, boys. Well done. And then we move on to Travis, and Travis has done a lot of research about Formula 1. Now, my brother-in-law would love this because he loves Formula 1, so he's drawn the different cars, he's found out who drives the cars, lots and lots of information there. And I'm even looking again at it, Travis, now, as I'm sharing this, and I'm finding out more information that you've recorded. So brilliant, well done, Travis. And then we have Ruby from S2, and she's been doing some research all about our Queen. when she was born, who her parents were. She created a crown for the Queen, who she's married to, where she lives, and her children. And obviously her favourite animal are her dogs, her corgis. So well done there, Ruby. And then we've got Emily and Amy. They've worked together with their own superhero, and Amy's superhero, well, superhero is nearly as big as a bottle. So with her superpowers of her milk, and then we've got a letter writing here as well. Some very careful drawing, lots of work gone into those pieces of work. So very well done. And then I've got to mention these children, and I'm going to get permission from their parents to see if we could upload their work onto our school website. We've got Milana and Adriana that I feel are going to be the next TV presenters when you see this video. And they've created their story about their superheroes, and they change costume in their storytelling. And then we've got Albert, who is going to be in year 1, who is going to be our next weather presenter. Fantastic weather presenting skills there, Albert. So that hopefully we'll gain permission from parents, and that'll be on our website for everyone to watch. And then to end our assembly this week, everyone is going to be sent home an Epic Explorers certificate, because I'm so impressed, children. I know I said it last week, but I'm so impressed with the amount of work that has come in to school and been sent in, the amount of work we're seeing on Purple Mash. It is just fantastic. You've all been working so hard, so very, very well done. Now, last week we ended with our song that we always end with, by Heather Small, Proud. This week I want to end with a poem that has been written by Freya and her mummy. And Freya has been working towards gaining her Blue Peter badge. But I think if we all just take a moment with this poem, because it speaks volumes, it really, really does. And it's a very thoughtful poem. There's very deep, meaningful words in this poem. And I wanted to end our assembly with this today. So before I finish with our poem, you will have, we're going to welcome back next week our year 1s and our year 6s. And so there'll be a story today going out from Mrs. Rose, and then there will be one going out on Monday from Mr. Pitty to welcome all our children back. I want to say to everyone, very well done, and have a lovely weekend. And I'm going to end with this poem. Dear world, don't worry, dear world, don't live in fear. Dry your eyes, dear world, no more tears. Look around, dear world, a little bird told me the children made rainbows for you to see. We still say our prayers, and the days have flown by, but we stand and clap loudly whilst we look at the sky. The virus is a tough one that we cannot see, yet we have the best heroes to fight for you and me. So don't worry, world, it will be over soon, and the next time we look above, it will be for the moon.